Duke Springer rides again. We are going to do one more episode of Star Smuggler because last time around I didn't have any of the printed up cards. They were supposed to be here that show the planetary surface. We kind of showed you the ship to ship. We bopped around the Pavonis, the standard pattern of the Pavonis sector, bopped over to Polytech, and then we caught the space flu. We know this is not Earth because the plague was legitimate. Made a little money, went over to Byzantium, saved some high-ranking people, made a little bit more money. We're going to pick up right where we left off, kind of. We have 3785 credits in the bank. Actually, they're called C's, S-E-E-S. And somewhere along the way, we picked up Jimmy Supplies, a general maintenance bot, and an unnamed pilot. So, pilot can fly our Antelope-class spaceship while we do the gunnery. So if we do get into ship-to-ship battle today, we're going to have that going for us. We've burned 2 of our hypercharges. We are down on the surface of, and here's where we need to take a look at the surface of these planets. The first thing I want to show you, and forgive the high-tech solution to a low-tech problem, these are the map tiles that come with the game. And as you can see, they have letters A, B, C, etc. in the corners. And what happens is when you land on one of the planets in one of these star systems, for example, Regari is map tiles A and C. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut these out, stick them on map board, and if we flip C around, it's going to look a little something like, let's make sure I'm looking at the right one here. I believe that's Byzantium, that's Palatech. Here's Regari. So we started off the game at the spaceport, and I thought there was a spaceport everywhere. It turns out there's not. Now, this map of the planet shows other locations you can get to, and those locations will provide you with additional opportunities for adventure. Remember the encounter chart that we were rolling on. We kept rolling on the same one and getting the same results and going, wow, well, what does that mean? If we look, so for example, here we've got a colony. Now, you can land on the colony because it's white. White and yellow means you can land directly from orbit. You can take off, take an hour, land on the colony. So if we'd gone to the colony, instead of rolling on this chart, we would be rolling on the chart here for colony. There's a whole separate set of encounters. So we really were looking at just scratching the surface. To start the game, you probably want to do that because this is where you actually find items to buy. You get this 6+. Now, the other thing I should point out is that you have a -1 to this based on some factors that happen in encounters. And every day, so if you spend 10 turns and all you do is get mugged 10 times, the next day, you're going to add a 1 to the roll, which means, in this case, I think this is the beggars. They'll leave you alone because the minimum score you're going to get is a 2. And if you get a 5 or a 6, now you're going to be rolling on the buy and sell chart. So today, what I want to do is take a look at, and again, I want to take a look at some of the different encounters you're going to have on the land surface. We're going to pick up right where we left off in a second, but let me go ahead and show you. This is a good example of A and C. So what did I say? I'm sorry. So Regari is actually tiles K and J jammed together like this. The dotted line is orbit. And if we go back to the planet of Polytech, now this is where we got the space flu. You can see there's a couple of space stations you can land in. When you do your 4 pops in, you can visit the space station. We did not. We went down to the surface. And I should have been rolling on either the city or the industrial. One of the things to be aware of is this makes that mission for the religious zealots. There is a mission that you roll on at the spaceport. You keep rolling it. You meet these zealots, and they say, hey, look, fly to New Karma, pick up 9 passengers, and then deliver 1 passenger to each of these locations, and you make $2,500 for each one you drop off. Now, you can drop them off at the city or a spaceport, and you're good. Hey, how about that, right? So you can land on the city, drop them off, you're good to go. Got to remember that for future playthroughs, because that's a really easy way to make some serious bank pretty quick. Also, it's good incentive to explore the entire sector. The only trick is you got to get all the way over to New Karma to pick up the first one. Unless we do a playthrough using the alternate pattern where New Karma is right next door to Regari. So 1 jump to pick them up, and then bing, 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 you can drop them all off without even having to double back. So that might be a little easier playthrough if you're going to give this a shot yourself, which I recommend. It's a great game. That is Palatech, and then we have Byzantium. So as you see, once again, we don't have any spaceports here. We do have a space station, And that's where we probably should have docked to start with. And a whole different set of encounters. Let's just say that we sold our general maintenance bots at the space station. Okay? Because what that means is now we're going to be able to go down to the planet and land. Now, see how rough terrain here is black? You have to walk there. And that's what these connecting lines are here. I know what you're thinking. Why don't I just land there? Because you can't. You can only land where you've got white or yellow text. We could land at the casino or the slum. I ain't landing no slum. That seems like a good way to get stabbed. Rural, and then the rough terrain. Some of these have like, again, going back to Regari, there's ruins. Oh, there may be some like alien tech that you could find there. I don't know. I've never explored it. Point being, once you land in the city, these lines will tell you that you can walk in an hour over to the other city. The 2 means it's going to take 2. And then, of course, one other thing. Let me look that rule up real quick. So the triple line is 1 hour of travel time, regardless of how you do it. The long single line is land steps, so you have to go through travel times. And then what is the double line? Is there a double? No, there's not. So yeah, so it takes 3 hours to travel from the industrial to the slum. I think that's on foot or in your skimmer. Area names in white. Oh, I got it wrong. The white areas. So the white areas, that's this and the yellow. I got you. The red are prescribed. You cannot land there. The purple means you can only get there via your spaceship, right? This here is the only guy that can land there. Now, once you land on a planet, you can take your little hopper, your ship's boat. And I think in some cases, some of these planets are like all ruined, so you can take your hopper down and leave your ship in orbit. That might be worthwhile too. And particularly because this hopper here, she's got 20 cubic units of cargo space. Oh, how about that? That means that you can smuggle stuff down. You don't need to land with your ship, right? And then here we've got smuggling space, 6 cubic units, cargo units. Anyway, so we're going to start, well, we were in the space station. We're going to go land in the city. We're going to see what kind of adventures we can get up to in the city. We may shift to the industrial, but that's kind of what we're doing today. So city industrial shouldn't be an issue. And now you get an idea for what these map tiles are like. And again, the planet of Byzantium has this half C and this half F. And then there are a couple of other different fun things. Like there's another set of 6 tiles that have an asteroid belt with a space station. So that's pretty fun. Anything else? There's like a military station. And there's a prison there. So there may be an encounter where you got to break somebody out of prison, mining area. And what is this one? What is this? Scientific. Ooh. We may want to walk over to the scientific station. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to start in this city right here. And we may wind up walking over to the industrial. Oh, the rural. That's the other place you can land those space freaks. To refresh your memory, we are in Byzantium on planet 1. Oh, hey. There's a second planet here. The system codes wealth 50, tech 15, so fairly low tech, fairly wealthy. It's Byzantium, so the description reads, a very old society exists here, noted for its political intrigue and complexity. Its vigilant secret police and underground dungeons that none are said to leave. It is known as a dangerous system to enter unless one has the right connections. And there's 2 planets. The one I showed you is only the first of 2. That's the one we're going to. It's got good air. There was bad air on Palatech, which is why our Duke Springer has a maximum endurance of 8 and a current endurance of a maximum of 9, current 8, in case we get up to any political intrigues that turn into shooty intrigues. As I said, we're going to see what happens when we land, and it's week 8. Here's our time tracker. It's going to be hour. We take an hour to land, so it's now the second hour, and it is still the first week. So now that we're in the city, we're going to have to roll on this top chart here. And as this is our first roll, we're going to roll on that top. All right, so we got a 1, which is never good in this game. So we go to rule 337. And actually, I don't think that's that bad. I think we already, I feel like that's one that we've seen before. And it is, sell items. You have a chance to sell any items listed below. Ampoules. You can sell drugs, liquor, sidearms, a hypnogem. We don't have any of those. Okay, so we're going to take another hour, and we're going to roll, and we have another opportunity. And another hour. There's the 6. We did the 1, and now it's the 4th hour of the 8th day. And that result of a 6+ means we roll on the system chart. So we drop down here. We are in Byzantium, and we got this special. So we're going to roll our d6, and on a 2, we go to event 126. Kabloom! There is our event charts. And if we go to event 126, I think I might be getting a little better at this. Debugging team. Apparently you meet some aliens. Spoilers. A professional debugging team will remove all bugs and surveillance devices from your vehicle for a base price of $300. I don't even think our thing is bugged. That was nothing. All right. We'll roll again, and this time we get 5, so we are on 5. I ain't need no debugs. Base price of $300. 5 this time is going to be we're still in the city, 295A. Which is, that sounds like, I hope that's not combat. I don't like shooting. I think I'm missing a page. No. What did I say? R295? I did. What am I missing? Paragraphs for R243 through 299 do not exist. Am I doing something wrong here? Oh, and apologies. For those of you that saw the last video and were like, what is he doing? There's no spaceport in Byzantium. I don't have a printer, so I didn't have the things, and it was the whole thing. And listen, if I beat this game today, which I'm not gonna, it takes hours. I'm not going to consider myself having beaten it. This is not a live play, actual play. It's an example of how the game can play to show you how it works, and maybe you want to download a copy of it for yourself, right? So it's really, don't freak out about, you're not playing the rules as written. Yeah, I'm seeing R295A. I wonder if they mean E295A. I'm going to look through the events book, which goes up to E199, and then there's I don't know what that is. I wonder if it's 205A. Let's look at 205A, because it looks like we've got 205. I bet it's 205, because we got 205 A, B, and C here. Let's look at 205. And if it is, I'm going to use my heart pencil. I'm just going to put in a 0 there. So if we look at rule 205A, that feels like a buy and sell paragraph. R205. Next adventure, I'm going to show you how I do my taxes. Nope, that's not going to happen. 205A is the city. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm guessing this is what it is, right? There are many opportunities to buy and sell items. Banking and medical centers are present. Each roll takes 1 hour. So this is the encounters that you can have. So now we're going to roll a 2d6. That's what it is. And on a result of a 5, we can buy a repair unit. I ain't got nothing broken. E031. Well, maybe we want to buy them, and maybe we can take them to somewhere else and sell them. On E031, we've got buy and... No. Oh, yeah. E031 is... E037, rather. Repair units. They cost 2 C's to buy as the base price. So, yeah, maybe we want to buy some repair units. They're for sale. Let's do that. We're going to buy repair units, and I'm going to stick them in my cargo hold. Now, they have a base price of 2. But remember, in order to find out how much they really cost, we have to cross-reference. And this is where I have to admit, as much as I love these older, complicated games, there's got to be an easier way to present this information. We have to go back to Byzantium and say the wealth code is 50, and it seems like there should be some chart or some place that puts all this in one place. Wealth code of 50 means we roll on this chart for the base price to see what a multiplier is, okay? So we roll a 5, and that means they're going to be expensive. So base price of 50, and with a 5, they're times 3. It's going to cost 6 a piece. Now, if I fill up my cargo hold, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get 30 repair units. At 6 points a piece, $6 a piece, that's going to cost me 180, and that's going to make my current 3605 credits. But hey, I got 30 repair units, and those seem pretty innocuous. I don't think I'm going to have much issue. Then we advance our clock. I'm going to spend a day poking around here, and then maybe we'll jump to a new system. We got a 6, which means we get to, again on our encounter check, that means we got to roll on our system chart, which is this bad boy down here. And on a 6, I feel good about that, Byzantium, E123. Event 123 is guns to Talatar. 2 men ask you to take them and a cargo of guns to the underground movement on Talatar. What is he talking about, Talatar? I hear you ask. Talatar is, so we're on Byzantium, and here's Talatar. This is our opportunity for a big score. Let's see what happens if we try this. If you deliver the men and 50 cargo units of heavy hand weapons to any area on Talatar undetected, they'll pay you 600 now and 6,000 at the time of delivery. All right. If you take this offer, the men are wanted, and the weapons are considered contraband on Talatar, Palatic, Byzantium, Imperia. Anywhere else, they're contraband only if indicated by events. The men will fight alongside you in your quest. However, they'll not voluntarily leave the ship until you arrive on Talatar. If they are safely delivered, but detected on the way, they only pay you 3,000 instead of 6,000. For each man killed or crate of cargo lost, they will deduct 500 Cs. Okay, good. So, takes the rest of the day. Now, we didn't use anything, and so here we're going to go. We're going to... we just... Oh, boy. So, what do? Do I dump my repair units? I don't think I have... Yeah, I think I have to. I got to dump some of them. They're going to pay... Let's see. It's Tech 4 in 25 TU... Okay, so I've got 50 CU of heavy hand weapons. And that's 25 cases times 2 CU each. And then I'm down to, and I'm going to keep 10 of these bad boys, but I'm out of money. But because I've taken their job, I'm up to 4,200 credits. How about that? So now we are running some guns. Tech 4, we're not going to use any of them. We have to. Okay, so that's the end of the day. We do weapons breakdown. And then I've got 2 more bros, but as soon as I get to Talatar, they're going to leave me. So we advance to day number 9. It's the first hour, and I'm going to spend an hour moving up to orbit. Then I'm going to spend 4 hours moving to safe jump distance, and then I'm going to jump from Byzantium to Imperia. Now, because I jumped to Imperia, and that's my 6 hours. I think I'm up to 5, actually. Because I'm jumped into Imperia, we need to go back to that section of the rulebook and see if we have an encounter upon arrival. There's a chance that the customs fellers catch up to us. The self-declared capital of a modest empire that includes Palatek, Byzantium, and Talatar, Imperia assumes the trappings of an imperial capital but without the actual power. Showy buildings and ornate artwork everywhere conceal dire poverty and a mean existence. Imperia tends to waste its wealth on efforts of size and spectacle rather than quality, although some families possess valuable treasures. On system entry, we roll a d6, and with a result of 3, so here we go, we got a wealth code of 100, we ain't sticking around. On a result of 3, we have to go to E093. And by the way, we used a jump pack. Okay. 3 left. Those cost 500 to replace. And you got to roll to buy them. So hopefully we can do that. But we got to go to E093 first, which is no ships and no contact. Oh, yeah, baby. This system might as well be deserted. You detect nobody near... Zoom! There's our 4th jump, which takes us from Imperia over to Talatar. Let's learn all about Talatar. Fire up your... Infogalactic. Use Infogalactic, not Wikipedia. All right, Infogalactic is like if Wikipedia didn't have AIDS. Talatar, noted for its vicious and repressive government. Talatarians have few freedoms. The army is in firm control, and troopers vigorously patrol both the planets and the space lanes of the system. careful bribery can be useful here, but it is exceedingly risky. Infogalactic is the name of the Hitchhiker's Guide, is the galactic, what do you call it? Encyclopedia from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There's your daily dose of pop culture reference. On our arrival, we rolled a 2. Let's see, what do we got here? Wealth 25, Tech 30. We've got 2 systems. We can land on, I think, either one of these. We have event 120 to deal with first. Debris in space. You see debris in the vicinity, apparently from a destroyed ship. That costs us an hour. Apparently from a destroyed ship. Well, they said it was rough and tumble. And spend an hour scanning it. However, you find nothing and may proceed normally. Boop. Okay, so we're going to go. We are now at 4. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. It's the end of the day. We haven't used anything up to week 10. And then we go boom. That's now we're in orbit. And then we land on the planet of which, does it say which one? They ask you to the underground movement to any area on Talatar undetected. All right, so we got to look at which 2 planets there are on Talatar. System 1 and Planet 2. Here's the half of, which planet is this? The EH is planet, no, E is planet number 2. So we're going to land in this city. We've arrived, we land on in the city, and that takes an hour to get, so we get to orbit, we land in the city, and then we deliver the guns to our newfound friends, and just like that, we are up to 10,205 credits, and we still have 10 repair units, and we got away with it scot-free. We were undetected this time. Now, to be honest with you, we got lucky, right? That drop-in system where it was just a wrecked ship, that's fantastic, right? That's not going to happen every time. I think you have like a 50-50 chance of whether you're detected or not. And particularly in Imperia, that capital, I think we got lucky. So we're going to play out the rest of this day, see how far we can get. We've actually racked up a score of 13,000 so far. And again, we are still in the city, but I think we may want to move up to the space station. Let's do that so we can see what happens up there. We're going to spend an hour flying up to the space station. It's a little dangerous down here. And we're going to roll on the space station chart now. We can always go back down and land in the rural areas, see what they're up to. Maybe they've got some food that they want to ship to somewhere else. Big thing is, I'm hoping the space station has a source for jump drives, because I've only got 2 hyper jumps left that I can make. And I don't want to leave here until I've topped that off. For 2,000, it'll drop me back down to 8,000 credits, but having a full fuel tank, you guys know how good that feels. Particularly when fuel shortages are, again, Aussie bros, especially when fuel shortages. I've been watching. All right, so where are we at? We are going to go up to the space station, and we're going to roll here on this chart. No bonuses. Result of 2 is event 002. I wonder if we were supposed to check in at the space station first, because 002 is a repo team. Wah, wah, wah. But we're good. We don't have to worry about those guys, because we're not wanted. We haven't skipped out on our loans yet. As long as you keep paying the interest, $300 at the end of every week, they won't bother you. You miss one of those payments, you're in trouble. And actually, to that end, we may need to fly back down so we can do some banking. The cities do have banks, and that's where you make your payments. I wonder if the space stations have a... let's look that up real quick. You can drop off $300 at a bank and auto pay. Takes an hour. We didn't do that. We probably should have. For that first week. And So, space station. Smaller version of a starport in orbit around the planet. Conditions are cramped. For profit, banking facilities are present. Right, so we're going to hang out here. Each roll takes 1 hour. Roll 2 dice. Few opportunities for profit unless, wait. Prices are higher. Banking facilities are present. Each roll takes 1 hour. Okay. You got to roll to get this result, though. There we go. All right. Just double checking. So now we're going to go to number 5. I think I might have missed one. A result of 4 on the space station is actually this guy right here. Event 125. Love it. The event book has all the funnest adventures. Alien intruder on starship. Oh my gosh, you become aware of a glowing tentacled alien being in the crew's quarters. It apparently either eating your mattresses or making a nest. You may either enter the crew quarters and attack it, or try to establish friendly contact by making gestures that it is welcome to the mattresses. In either case, designate who enters and with what. If you try to be friendly, just one individual will attempt this. Oh boy, glowing tentacled alien being. An alien intruder. And like I said, spoiler alert, but I don't know. This might not mean anything. Maybe this Duke unloaded on this poor, space puppy. I'm going to let the dice decide. On a 1, 2, 3, we're going to gun it down. All right, we're going full combat. See event 162. When the party enters the crew's quarters, any weapons of tech level 4 or higher immediately detonate. Well, we don't have any of those. Inflicting 2 hits on the person carrying it. The alien then extends its tentacles and grasps one attacker. Well, it's just me and the pilot. At random, and draws the person into its glowing mass. If you have anyone with a weapon of tech level 3, you now kill the alien, but your crewman is gone. If you don't, you're helpless and must withdraw. When you withdraw, roll a 1d6. On a 5 or 6, one more person at random. Nope. After you withdraw, scanners inform you the alien has left. Oh. Alright, so the alien grasps one attacker. It was me and the pilot. On 1, 2, 3, it's me. Oh, he ate my pilot. Oh well, at least I don't have to pay him this week. And then we go in, so the alien just ate my pilot. Saves me 20 creds, but man, if I get into any shoot-em-ups, I'm going to be in big trouble. Next up is, and then what does it say? It says that attack the alien, scanners inform you, withdraw. It takes 1 hour, so that takes us down to number 6. And then we're going to roll on our starport. A result of 1 is going to be system roll again. Oh boy. See, a roll of 1, system. And this time on a 3, we do, we're in wait, where are we at? Yeah, we're in Talatar. Wait, did I look at the wrong one before? All right, E134. Whatever I did before, what we're doing now is E134. And that's going to be Talitarian Troopers. Wait, 134, where are you? 4. There we go. You have met a patrol of troopers. If you wish to fight at once, they order you to put down all your weapons, leave your vehicle, and show your papers. No, I'm going to do that. I'll show my papers. I heard you. I'm going to tell them I got nothing to hide now that I've sold the illegal guns. If you obey any without proper papers are arrested. We all got proper papers. Yeah, that's it. Ultimately, though, they do seem a nasty bunch. You can try to bribe them and show them. If you refuse this, if you obey, any without papers arrested. That's it. That took an hour. So they did a search of my ship. Suckers. Come back 6 hours ago. On a 5, we got... But now you can see how this one chart, with just this little bit of flavor, winds up giving you, just all kinds of fun adventures, right? And we're making a story as we go here. Result of a 5 is going to be R328, which is R328. Rumors of entry. You hear rumors about how to sneak into someplace. We're going to pick the prison. Remember there's a prison on this planet? Let's see. And note this, if you succeed with the cunning roll, determine its truth now. To determine if it's true... All right, so I failed my cunning roll. If it's true, let's see. Otherwise, determine when you attempt entry. Oh, okay. So I don't know if it's true or not. But if we try to go to the prison, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go boop, boop, and we're going to land at the prison. And if you try to... Let's see, if the rumor is true, add 1. You can continue to use this until your entry is detected. That's... Oh, entry detection. This is for one land area. Rule 225, table 238. So that is entry detection, right? So if we're trying to, depending on the area you're entering, so if we're trying to, you know what, before we rolled to see whether we get caught, I advanced this 1 hour and I subtracted 300 Cs. That's my interest payment for this week for my loan, so whatever happens, I can keep my starship. Now, I look at this, and because we're tech level 25, I'm on foot, and it's a prison, I'm trying to sneak into the prison. All right, I'm only going to get away with this on a 4 or higher. All right, I got a 6 on my GCUmini.com die, so I successfully get in. And then we advance to week number 2, day number 1, hour number 1. And we get to roll on our event check, but this time we're going to use, and I'm going to draw a little line under prison because it's right in the middle of the chart. And I think that'll really help. Now, because I've entered this turn, I subtract 1 from this die roll. And on a 4, I get a result of a 3. So I go to event 087. And because it's prison, I'll bet you 087 doesn't appear in the rest of this table. I'll bet it's unique to this location. This is very much like the cowboy game we played, Drifter. Great game, highly recommend it. Not quite so much complicated, so much flipping back and forth as this game. You know, it's the next step in evolution. This is kind of the OG. Prisoner pleads for escape. There's your 087 right there. It takes 1 hour. We'll advance that. If you are with 1 or more people, ignore this part event. I'm not. I'm alone. A prisoner approaches the bars and wall to address you. He says if you get him out, take him to any rural, rough, or slum area on Byzantium or Imperia, he can pay 8,000. He's telling the truth on a result of 1 through 5 with a d6 roll. You can determine that now if you make a successful cunning roll. All right, I'll try. No, I don't know if he is or not. Otherwise, you don't find out the truth until you deliver him. If he's lying, you get nothing for your pains. To get him out takes the rest of the day. You got to kill or disable a guard with a sidearm. You then escape and will leave this area and enter another part as activity with an appropriate entry encounter. The former prisoner is wanted. He's a willing member of your party until you next reach Byzantium or Imperia. So there you go. Again, and I'm not going to run through the combat and the stuff. We're already like 30 minutes into this, but now you can see we're meeting aliens. We're dodging. We're running guns. We're making money. I'm actually doing pretty good. But I mean, there was a chance there that alien could have eaten my Duke Springer. There's a 50-50 chance that it's over. We've played through a full 10-day week, and you've seen how moving around on the planet now opens up new possibilities for adventure. It's a great little system. If you have time, few hours to kill, and you want to sit down and keep track of some really complicated stuff, then this is the way to go. If you guys know of a streamlined version of this game, if anybody has kind of remastered it, if it's on Vassal, like I know some people have remastered Barbarian Prince, it didn't really need it. That game is like finger kisses, right? I don't have enough fingers. I love that game. This one is nice, but it's a lot more complicated. It's really playing this kind of game at the next level. A lot of fun. Give it a shot yourself. Let me know if you can pay off your Antelope class ship, and there's probably some opportunities to make millions in here, but in the few times I've played it, all I ever do is die early. Heck, this is the best I've ever done, and I had to kind of, nudge a few dice. I'm praying for you.